To you, beautiful beat people. Today, I want to share with you something that's been pressing me and a lot of people out there. So, because of the market has been such a, towards the seller's market here in San Diego County and pretty much all over the U.S., a lot of buyers are having some serious difficulties to get their offer accepted. And we over here at the Dream Homes team, we put together a strategy which will help you buyers out there to pretty much have an offer accepted 1 out of 3 instead of 1 out of 12. So yes, you heard me right. Apparently, some of the agents and colleagues that I know all over the U.S. have been running about 12 offers to get one accepted. It's becoming more of a full-time job for a buyer nowadays to get their offer accepted, which I never seen before in the last 12 years, honestly. Starting from the fact that the inventory level is drastically low. I mean, I've never seen anything like this. We are in the middle of March at this point when I'm shooting this video, which, year after year, it's usually the time where we have more buyers on the market. And specifically in 2021, we had so many buyers at the market from the get-go. So there hasn't been a seasonality at all. Now, what I'm really afraid and concerned is if this trend keeps on going moving forward, which I believe is going to be for at least another 12 months, we are, experiencing a lot more issues because for buyers out there and agents as well, there's not much inventory. So you have to write some crazy offers. I'm going to break it down for you today. I'm going to show you in the legal document, RPA, Residential Purchase Agreement, what we do a little different and make sure that your offer will be accepted, or at least you will write 3 offers to get 1 accepted, which, trust me, it's actually really good numbers at this point. So the reason why, let's start with this. There is so little inventory and so many buyers out there, as you probably heard a million times, is because the interest rates are extremely low. We're at the point where 2.75 to 3.25% interest rate 30-year fixed. So it's never been this low since I've been in this business. The average has been 4.5 to 5% since I started 12 years ago. So to me, this is a great opportunity for everybody to get out there, try to buy a home. Second thing is there's no much inventories because the home prices have been going up so much. They've been climbing so fast. And the people that they're thinking about selling a home, what are going to end up going if they have to pay so much money for it? Number 2, with COVID still in the midst of a pandemic, yes, we have a vaccine, which has helped a ton. But still, a lot of people are afraid to have people coming over and for showings and whatnot and pack and move to a new home and so on and so forth. Therefore, not many homes are on the market. So this is creating, obviously, an imbalance in the real estate market. So I'm going to share with you what we could do in order to get your offer accepted. So I'm going to share the screen so you can see exactly how we write the offer. So just bear with me. Here we go. This is called the Residential Purchase Agreement. So this is basically stating the disclosure regarding real estate agency relationship, saying that, who's going to be representing you. Just put on the corporation today. But this is the most important part that I want to share with you. So California Residential Purchase Agreement, joint escrow instruction. So as you can see over here, 1A, B, C, you have the offer from the name, and then the real property, and then the assessable parcel number, which is very important here. And then what you have is the purchase price. Now, keep in mind, it is true that, the highest price is probably going to get the home. That's what you would think. But there's a few things that we can modify in order to get your offer accepted, or at least stand out. So here is under 3, finance term, 3A, initial deposit. The liquidated damages in California by law can be more than 3%. Now, if you're putting an offer, I'm going to recommend you to put a 3% earnest deposit money. This is a good faith deposit, which is going to be returned if in case you're going to be canceling escrow for some unforeseen reasons. So as initial deposit, I would strongly recommend a 3% here. So for $835 purchase price, as you can see here, it will be $24,000 and change. Okay, so that's number 1. High earnest deposit money. Now over here, this was a cash offer. Stick this out. Now, if you put the loan amount, is going to be in here. And under additional terms, what I usually recommend to put on my clients, you can put it here under E, additional financing terms, or you can put it down under other terms. To simplify, we're going to write it together, so I'll put it under other terms. So moving forward, you see verification of down payments. You're going to put verification attached. Strongly recommend you give your bank statements from the get-go. So the listing agent and the offer package is going to be complete. Loan application. Obviously, you don't want to put an offer if you don't have a letter attached. It's your full-on loan, a pre-approval letter. So then the loan contingency removal. I recommend here under 3, J3, loan contingency, usually standards is 21 days. I'm going to recommend you to do 14 days. The reason I do this is because you want to reduce the amount of the time of the contingency period. Therefore, your offer is going to be stronger. At times, I also, recommend my clients to remove the appraisal contingency, which we're going to get there. Look at this. HI, appraisal contingency removal. The agreement is not contingent upon written appraisal. So this is a risk. Keep this in mind. That means if the appraiser retains that the house is going to be, less than what you offer him for, that means you have to come out of pocket. So it's a big decision you have to make. I strongly recommend to talk to your agent in regards to that. But that has been the trend. In order to get an offer accepted, you have to remove some of the contingencies. I'm going to go back into the part which is called 14B, which is very important to explain. So loan contingency, we're going to reduce it to 14 days. Like I said, appraisal contingency removal, I recommend not to have an appraisal, so your offer will stand out. Moving here, other terms. What I'm going to put in here is a buyer will pay, let's say, $5,000 more than any other net offer received by, and you put a date there, seller and listing agent to provide proof of such offer. Okay, so what does it mean? Under these circumstances, what I will do, I'll recommend you to do what's called an escalation clause. I'm going to write it here, escalation clause. So that means that you as a buyer, you're willing to pay $5,000 more than any other net offer received by a certain date and time. The seller and the listing agent, they must provide proof of such offer. We got so many offers accepted like this, and it's pretty clear. So let's say you put an offer at $835 and they have multiple offers. You have an escalation clause. Let's say the highest is $845 and they're asking for $5,000 closing costs. The net part, that means they're actually netting $840. Therefore, your offer is going to be $845 and you're going to be getting the house. It's worked so many times. It works well. It's a great strategy. Some agents recommend you to put a cap on it. I personally don't, because if you put a cap, it could be $1,000 or $2,000 and you're going to get overbid. So if you don't have a cap and you realize at the end that's way too much than what you want to spend, therefore you don't have to move forward. You simply decline their offer, because if there's an acceptance at that point, now there's going to be also an addendum. The addendum has to specify, which is the last document before you open escrow, has to specify what's the purchase price. So if that addendum is not fully executed by both parties, therefore there is no contract. So I'm going to go back into that again. If you have any questions, you guys feel free to call me or email me. I know I'm going a little into details here. So then inspection report, seller, the NHD, natural hazard disclosure. Over here, back in the days, we used to put seller pay for the following reports, termite, past inspection, and then usually we put prepared by seller's choice. Termite inspection, and section 1. Now, If your regular conventional loan, I recommend you not to put that in there. And even if you're VA, honestly, I will probably get the inspection done during the escrow. But if you put it from the get-go in here, most likely your offer is not going to get accepted. So like I said, it's hard to get an offer accepted nowadays. So moving on, the government requirements of retrofit. I usually put at this point buyer instead of seller. So you have to make this offer a little more applicable and standing out. Escrow and title, seller and buyer, each pay their own dues. If you need closing costs, this is, there's going to be a portion right here. Sellers will pay for recurring or recurring closing costs, but I don't recommend it. Home warranty, I wouldn't even put it in there because we usually pay for our clients, but if there's 10 offers and one of them is not putting the $600 for the home warranty, you're going to lose the house. So those are a few things that you wanted to add into the offer to make it as strong as possible. The other point what I wanted to give you some recommendations is right here under 14, okay? 14. This part is the time periods, removal of contingency, cancellation rights. So, when I buy some homes myself, I don't even put any home inspection, but I've bought and sold hundreds and hundreds of homes. So I don't recommend you to do that. I recommend you to have a home inspection. But this is how I do it. Seller has 2 days after the acceptance to deliver the buyers all the reports and disclosures, which is important. Then usually here I put 3 or 5 days. Let's put 5 days. So it gives you 3 days to verify all the documentation and disclosures that the seller is going to provide you. And then it's going to give you 5 days to do a home inspection. I know it's quick. Everything, the timeline is going to be really quick, but trust me, this is what's going to help you to get your offer accepted. So give 5 days. We're going to help you to get a home inspector that is a reputable company that can help you out with everything. So those are a few of the tips that I'm going to put together, that I put together for you. Another one, which is going to be the last one of this video, and I appreciate you watching this, it's about the letter. So, it's probably, I've seen so many times, but what I recommend my classes to 2 things. Shoot a video. They wanted to hear your voice. If you have a baby, if you have whatever your circumstances are, show the seller that you really care about buying this home. Sometimes, sellers care more about the emotional attachment than just the money. And it happened to me too when I was a seller. I wanted to help somebody that really needed to have a home within a certain amount of time. So I was going to accept their offer, and I did accept their offer more than someone else because they needed it. So shoot a video with you and your family. Say, hey, I want to thank you once again for allowing us to see your property. Our circumstances are the following. This is John. I'm Joe. And we have a baby that's 5 months old. And whatever the circumstances are, we want to buy this home because we love the neighborhood, because to our jobs, because it's affordable, whatever the case is. Then also send the picture and the video and send it to your real estate professional. I appreciate you very much for watching this video. If you wanted to have more details, I know this is kind of quick, feel free to reach out to me, 760-201-9252. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Bye-bye.